Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome once again to the Bourse Report. I take this opportunity on behalf of all of us at Bourse to wish you and your families a happy new year, prosperity, health, wealth, and happiness in this coming year. Today we are going to take a quick look at the equity markets across the world as well as in Trinidad and Tobago. How did they perform in 2015 and how are they expected to perform based on the economic outlook? Let's take a look now at what has happened in 2015 across the various markets. It's not a very good story because all the major markets, as you would see in this first graph, all of the major markets have been down. So if you look at what has happened, the worst performer actually in the year 2015 was Latin America, as you will see as LATAM on your screen. And even the major drivers of the world, Asia, has been down, which would include India and India and China, down 11.6%. You take a look at the US, in which interest rates have been raised in late December, have been raised for the first time in about 9 years. And as well, they are down on their index measure of 0.5%. Europe is down 4.8%. Trinidad, of all of these, is the only one that is up by just about 1%. So these are some of the factors that we face as we go into 2016 to consider how we are going to invest and what are the investment implications. Well, first of all, our themes this year continue along the same lines as we have been saying for the past 2 years. And much of this have been brought into sharper focus because of the current currency situation that we face in Trinidad and Tobago. So we continue to speak to our themes, which is to diversify your investments by currency, not have all your eggs in one basket, and invest in hard currency as well as the Trinidad and Tobago market. By asset class, do not be only in short-term investments. Go out into equities, go out into longer-term bonds, beat inflation. Look at those investments where you can get a better return than inflation. And fourthly, go out longer to match your horizon, investment horizon, if you are a medium-term investor, and look for the opportunities there. We are going to be placing greater emphasis this year on investors of all categories, the smaller individual investor as well as the larger individual investor in size and scope. Let me now turn quickly to what has been happening apart from the 2015 story, what we can expect in 2016. The economies are going to be somewhat muted, as you will see in your next graph, the GDP projections by the IMF 2015 and 2016. 2016 US growth expected to be 2.8%, Europe much lower at 1.6%. Asia is still supposed to be one of the driving forces of the world, with India and China being above 6% in growth, but the slowdown in China is of concern because it is impacting the demand for commodities, copper, oil, every other commodity that you could think about, and it has caused commodity prices to fall, oil and gas, which is of particular importance to us. The Latin American region, including the Caribbean, was down 0.3% and isn't even expected to be more than 1% in 2015. These are the headwinds that are going to be faced, and in the equity space, what we can say to you is to be very vigilant and selective in terms of what you invest in and where you go. The US market will be necessarily soft. The India market, which is supposed to be a key driver, the economics looks good, but the markets have not reflected the economies. So these are some thoughts when you want to have a more specific approach to how you invest in this year. Give us a call and we'll have a one-on-one conversation with you. Have yourself a wonderful investment week and look for our mutual funds and their performance on page 10 of the Express. Look for greater detail of our report at bourseinvestment.com, and you can see this particular report, the Bourse report, on our website if you want to look at more details of the graphs. Again, have yourself a wonderful investment week and a wonderful investment year. This is Subhash Ram Kilawan for the Bourse Report.